This video shows how to save time by creating a poll in Microsoft Teams. So as you can see, I have Teams open and I am on the chat tab, and I've already selected a group that I want to send a message to. So I have already said, let's plan a vacation. So Teams will let you create multiple groups, so you can create a group for pretty much anything you want. You could also just send a poll to an individual person. It's up to you. But typically you would use a poll to send information and gather information and responses from multiple people. The benefit of this is you can schedule meetings, you can find basically the day and or times that are most available or have most people have the availability for. You could be asking for preferences for meals, or in my case, I'm going to talk about a vacation. So what I'm going to do here is, now that I've selected chat and I've selected the group I want to actually send this poll to. That's very important, because if you're not in the right place, you could send a poll to the wrong person. So once I'm in here, instead of clicking in this box and typing a message and asking everybody what they'd like to do and trying to filter through those messages, I'm going to click on this three little dots down here at the bottom that says more Get Apps, and I'm going to click on polls. Now if you don't have polls, you can do search for polls. Just in the search for apps, just type polls and it'll take you right there. So I'm going to say polls, and then it's going to say, what's my question? And I'm going to say, when would you like to take a vacation? And then in my first option, I'm going to put January. And then on my second option, I'm going to say February. And interestingly enough, if I were to say, let me try something different. What month would you like to take a vacation? As soon as I do that, because there's a little bit of kind of like predictive text in here, all the months come up because I put the word month. Now it didn't when I said when, but when I put what month. So depending upon how you ask your question, you may be presented with autofill answers, which is kind of nice. And if I wanted to, I could just click add all, and now every month is in here. If I decided, I don't really want to travel in December because it's the holidays, I could delete that one, and I could also delete November for the same reason. So maybe I don't want to travel in January because it's really cold, I don't feel like that, or maybe I want to because it is cold, I want to go somewhere warm. Totally up to you. Even if you have something added, you can delete it later by just clicking on it and then hitting the trash can. Additionally, there are a couple other things I want you to notice. One is if you want people to be able to select more than one thing, like say you're trying to find the most common dates and times somebody could go to a meeting, you can do multiple selections, and now these turn to checkboxes so that people can pick more than one thing. Without that, radio buttons, which is a common symbol for just one option. And lastly, down at the bottom, you can record the names of people who are responding if you need to, or you can also share the results with people if you wanted to. So that's totally up to you. These are your preference. I'm going to allow multiple selections, so back to checkboxes, I'm going to say preview, and I'm going to look at it, January, February, March, April, all the way through October. Yep, I love it. And I'm going to say send. And as soon as I do, it will add that into the chat. And I don't have any responses yet, but I will, and once I do, I will be able to see who's picking what. And that's how you use Microsoft Teams to create a poll, saving time by gathering data from other people.